Hey lovely people, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my book roundup from July and August. I'm going to be honest and tell you I haven't actually read that much this summer, but the books that I did read I wanted to share with you guys, and I wanted to share my opinion because we all like talking about books here, right? But yeah, let's get into this and see all the books that I read, all 5 of them that I read this summer. I'm going to start with the first one, which is a tiny bit of a cheat because I did start in January and then I read it for like 3 days in January, got about halfway through, then realised I had reading lists that needed to be read. Reading lists, not so much fun as reading books that you want to, but they're kind of things that you have to do when you're at uni, so put it off, like reading the book I wanted to, until I could actually relax, and that wasn't until I got my results. So July got off to a very good start with the completion of this book, which was The Name of the Star by Maureen. Now I'm not going to go too much into detail about the plot or the characters or anything like that because I do want to do a full book review on it, but I have to say I give it a big thumbs up. I really liked it. I was as excited to pick it up and read it in July as when I'd left it in January, and I was really gutted that I had to leave it in January. I give it a big thumbs up. I would definitely recommend it to anyone who likes kind of ghosty, mystery, adventure stories. It's really good and it's really well written and I enjoyed it. Lots and lots and lots and lots. The plot was interesting, the characters were really cool. Can't say enough good things about it. So yeah, that was The Name of the Star by Maureen. The next book I wasn't as keen on, and that is Mashed by Ali Condie. I think that's how you say it. I've probably just messed up her name and the light is going funny so you can't really see the cover, but this is set in a future world, I think. It's definitely a dystopian world where the government controls everything. They control when you're born, when you die, who you get married to, how many kids you have, all that stuff like that, like even your work and what you're meant to do with your life, like every single aspect of it. And on her 17th birthday, or like in the month of her 17th birthday or something like that, she gets matched to who she's going to be with for the rest of her life, because that's how it works. She gets a micro card with his information on it after she figures out who it is in this big banquet. And she goes home and she looks on the micro card and another guy's face comes up for a second. And that starts her questioning of her place in society. Now, I liked the idea behind it, but I think it was too much driven by her obsession with romance and the idea that she should choose who she wants to be with rather than a lot of the other things that are wrong with this society. There are so many things that would annoy you if you lived in this society. It just didn't really appeal to me. I found it interesting, but I don't know. I don't like Cassie. I don't know, like she doesn't have the depth of personality as some of the other characters do. And I don't know, I wish her character had been a bit more formed before this book was written, because I think it could have been really good. I think she should have more flaws. And I think she should be a fighter or something. I don't know. But I wasn't that impressed by it. I'd give it a middle ground rating because I did enjoy the story and I did want to read the second one after that. So there must have been something good about this book, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. Saying that, I did get the second one. It's called Crossed. Yeah, this is Crossed. I like this a lot more than I like the first one, to be honest. I liked Kai, I think. His character is really interesting. He does give it kind of a little bit more dimension. What I like about his character is that he has been hurt by society, and it's not that he genuinely wants to go against it. He finds it hard to fit into this conception of what he's meant to be and what he actually is. And I also liked Xander's character in this. I thought he was really cool. And there's another girl in it who is also really cool. They just kind of bring this book to life, and they had a lot more dimension to it. And yeah, I like this a lot more. I wouldn't give it a full thumbs up rating, but I'm kind of, I don't know, the story in this was better, I think, than the first one. But I guess that's just, you had to set up the world, you had to set up the girl who wants to find love and all that kind of thing. But I definitely like this one, and I'm going to get the third one when it comes out. I'm not sure when it comes out, but it's very soon. So that's like a 2 o'clock rating as opposed to a 12 o'clock rating. I have no idea why I'm talking time. But yeah, that was the third book. The fourth book was a House of Night book. I love this series so much. It's Destined by P.C and Kristen Cast. I like this series a lot. It focuses on Zoe Redbird. She is a human and then she gets turned into a vampire fledgling, which is kind of a teenage vampire who, when you're a fledgling, you can still die, basically. You're not guaranteed to turn into a vampire. There's just a lot of evil that goes on in the House of Night series, and Zoe and her friends are basically a little bit like Scooby-Doo, and they go combat evil together, and it's really good. I really like the 9th book. I think you should definitely go check out this series. I give it a thumbs up. I love this series. This was good. It was definitely interesting to see how the characters developed from the 8th book. I'm not going to spoil it because this is the 9th book of the series, and there's going to be another book, and it would just take too long, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone who genuinely just wants to go read the whole series, because it's really good and I definitely recommend it. Talking of this series, I also read The Dragon's Oath, which is an add-on to the series. I definitely recommend this if you like House of Night. If you read the 9th one, read this after, because then you'll be a lot more sympathetic to Dragon. It's just his story. I wasn't really looking forward to reading this, to be fair. I just got it because it was an add-on and I thought it would be interesting, but then I read the 9th one and I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to read this because I don't know how interesting it's going to be. But it was really interesting, and his character is really interesting, and I found it really lovely, a story, how he met Anastasia and how he became the person that he did, and why he kind of feels so strongly about something that he does, and how he reacts to things. And I think you can genuinely understand it even if you don't agree with it when you read this, and it just gives an insight into his personality and what he does, basically. So yeah, that's Dragon's Oath, and that gets a thumbs up too. So all in all, this summer was a really good summer for reading books, and I enjoyed most of the books I read, with the exception of Matched. Even though it was really interesting, I was kind of nah, but it was a good read, and I wanted to read the second book, so it can't have been that bad. But yeah, let me know what books you've been reading, and I hope you like this video. And I've been saying "and" for like a billion times, but I'll see you soon. Bye!